up, guys? Today we're going to be going over a little bit of paint work. We got to paint the engine bay in our 78 Volare Richard Petty edition.
Paint?
We're going to try out something new, a $12 Harbor Freight paint gun. Just how good is it?
12.
Right, 12.
We'll find out. So, heard a lot of good things about these. We'll try it out. Stay tuned and follow along. We'll teach you guys a thing or two. Now we're going to go through and get our engine bay finished wiped down. We've already blown everything off. We've already degreased everything, got everything cleaned up that we're going to be painting. So we're going to go and get our tack cloth. You can get from any parts store, paint store, whatever. They're sticky. This process, put some gloves on. Number one enemy in paint is always oils, especially body oils. So I'm going to go through, wipe down all the areas we plan on spraying, get all that final dirt and debris off, get this thing ready. Alright guys, we're back to our mix and paint. So we have our 8:1:2 ratio. So 8 parts paint, 1 part hardener, 2 parts reducer. So on our mixing cups, they all usually have all your mixing ratios. This is kind of an oddball one. It's not on here.
What now?
So you can't do the usual. You normally, like, say with this 5:1:1, you'd fill up the 5 with the paint, and then you go 5 parts that, and then you go to the other 5. Really easy to follow. You don't have that. What do you do when you don't have your mixing ratio on your cup? I'm going to show you you guys how to do that right now. Math. So let's remember what we talked about. Normal to paint an engine bay takes about 20 ounces of paint. So now you take your mixing ratio, we have 8:1, 11. Take your 20 ounces and divide it by 11, which comes out to like a 1.81, somewhere in there. That gives you how many parts per ounce, if that makes sense. So I kind of did some math here. So 8 times 1.8. So we're going to need 14.5 ounces of paint, 1.8 ounces of hardener, and 3.6 ounces of reducer. Real easy way to, if you don't have your mixing ratio on your mixing cup, to be able to do this.
Science.
So we already have our hardener in there. So we're going to, this is just the way I like to do it. Put your hardener in first because it tends to be the thickest. So now we're going to need to go up to 5.4 with our reducer. Make a horrible mess. Make spigots for this, but nobody's ever smart enough to buy those. When I mean nobody, I mean just me. So now we're at 5.4. Now, in doing our math, we come out to, if you use all of the, when you come down to it, it comes out to a 20.004. That's close enough to 20 for me. So, yeah. This is the one you really should have a spigot for, but like I said, we don't always do everything 100% right over here, but we do it good enough. So this will go all the way up to the 20 mark. used about almost all of our paint. So, usually means you did a pretty good job mixing it. So you're always going to have reducer and hardener left over, not much product. So, we will give this a stir. Like I said, normally it's about 20 ounces to paint your engine bay entirely. We might have a little bit left over. I got some hinges I need to do, and some hood springs, and maybe even put a splash on the inner fenders, depending on how much product we got left. I like to do at least 2-3 coats on the engine bay to really get it looking nice. Yeah, really pretty color. So I'm gonna mix that some more, and we'll take you guys to the engine bay and let's throw some color. Well, guys, that's how you paint a engine bay, car, whatever you want to call it, thingamajigger. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two. Turned out great. I'm very happy with it. We are not going to do any more paint work on the car. This is the only thing I really wanted to do. Outer appearance wise, we wanted to keep the car ratty. You know, how it's survived for the past 43 years. And we really only did the engine bay because the engine bay was disgusting. It was that undercoating. It was just horrible. Looked really bad. So we have our fresh 360. We're ready to put in it. So want everything to look nice. The direction we wanted to go with this car was just, you know, keep the originality of it, and then when you open the door and the interior is all redone, which you already went and did that, and then, you know, open the engine bay and just see this, you know, way an engine bay should look. So at least that's, you know, my opinion. Clean, tidy, looks nice. So give it that little sleeper look, I guess is what you'd call it. So, but appreciate you guys watching. If you get a chance, please hit that like and subscribe button. Ring that notification bell if you want to see our latest, and I don't know if they're greatest, but latest videos. And yeah, so as always, remember, they don't move until you do. That's the truth of it. So I will see you guys on the next one, and stay tuned for what's coming, because we got a lot to do and not very much time, but we're going to get it done. So catch you guys in the next one.